Welcome along to TRN Podcast episode 153.
Great to be here.
Today, we're diving into the latest buzz around Germany's entry for the upcoming Eurovision Song Contest in Basel.
Ah, yes, the duo Abor Tynna and their song Baller. Been quite a roller coaster for them lately.
Absolutely, especially with the news about the singer Tynna. There was a real scare, wasn't there?
Yeah, that throat infection really threw a spanner in the works. It put their whole participation in doubt for a bit. Lots of speculation flying around.
It sounded quite serious. A severe throat infection. And the timing, terrible. Just before those planned appearances in London and Madrid.
Which had to be canceled, of course. I mean, for a singer, your voice is everything, isn't it? It's your instrument.
Totally. But thankfully, we got some really positive news later on.
We did. The head of the German ESC delegation gave the all-clear, confirmed Tynna's back on her feet.
And getting vocal coaching, too, apparently. Said she's fit again. That must have been a huge relief for the team and the fans.
Definitely. And she's already been back on stage, which is a great sign.
Right. At that Pop Meets Classic event in Braunschweig, performing with the Staatsorchester Braunschweig, that was April 26th.
And the orchestra seemed thrilled. Their Instagram story said something like, "Our dream came true," very enthusiastic.
And Tynna herself told the local paper, the Braunschweiger Zeitung, something like, "I feel ready again now." Crucially, she got the go-ahead from the doctor.
Which is exactly what you want to hear with the final in Basel just around the corner, May 17th.
And Germany being part of the Big Five.
Along with France, Italy, Spain, and the UK.
They automatically qualify for that grand final, so no semi-final stress for them in terms of qualifying.
That's true. It's a nice advantage. But we'll still get to see them perform before the final.
Oh yeah, when's that?
They're scheduled to perform Baller during the second semi-final. That's Thursday, May 15th. It's non-competitive for them, but it's a chance to showcase the song to the international audience.
Ah, good point. A warm-up for the big night. And for everyone wanting to watch at home in Germany.
The semifinals are on May 13th and 15th, live on One.
And the big one, the grand final, on Saturday, May 17th. That's on Das Erste. Always pulls in huge viewing figures.
Millions, yeah. Which brings us to the big question, doesn't it? How are Germany's chances looking this year? The opinions seem, well, divided.
Very much so. You look at some of the fan rankings, and honestly, they're incredibly optimistic. Some have Baller in the top 5.
I've even seen whispers about a potential win, which is quite ambitious given recent history. What do you think drives that fan optimism? The song itself, the duo?
It's hard to say exactly. Maybe the unique sound of Baller? Or perhaps Abor and Tynna's vibe connects with a certain segment of the fandom, but then you look elsewhere.
Exactly. You check out the betting odds, say, on a site like EurovisionWorld.com, and it paints a rather different picture.
Yeah, for quite a stretch there. From early April to nearly the end of the month, Germany was stuck around 22nd place.
Even dipped to 23rd briefly on April 21st. They did nudge up to 21st on April 28th, but...
But still, 21st isn't exactly screaming potential winner, is it? According to the betting markets, anyway. What do those odds usually reflect? Is it just gut feeling or more analytical?
I think it's a mix. Probably rehearsal buzz, online sentiment, maybe how well similar songs have done in the past, and definitely a country's recent track record plays a part. Germany's recent results haven't been stellar, let's be honest.
True. But there's another indicator people watch closely, isn't there? The fan club votes.
Ah, yes, the OGAE International Voting Project. That's the network of official Eurovision fan clubs across, well, pretty much all participating countries.
How does that work again? It's like the actual Eurovision voting, right?
Basically, yeah. Each national fan club holds a poll among its members, and they award points Eurovision style. 12 points to their favorite, 10 to the second, then 8 down to 1.
And they're revealing these results gradually.
Daily, usually. 4 countries' results per day via Instagram, typically. We just passed the halfway mark on April 28th, so more than half the clubs have voted.
Okay, so where does Germany stand in that OGAE poll right now?
Well, as of that halfway point, Germany was sitting in 15th place with 25 points.
15th. So better than the betting odds suggest, but nowhere near those super optimistic top 5 fan rankings we mentioned earlier.
Exactly. It's somewhere in the middle. But you have to take the OGAE poll with a grain of salt, too, you know?
How so?
Well, the number of voters varies massively from country to country. Like, Romania might only have 7 voters participating, while Turkey had over 100 last year, Switzerland 150. The total number of voters last year was around 5,760.
So it's interesting. It gives a flavor of dedicated fan opinion, but it's not necessarily representative of the wider voting public or the juries.
Precisely. It's a snapshot, but not the whole picture. Still, the German team, including Stefan Raab, who's involved this year, and Abor and Tynna themselves, they've stated their ambition is to win. They're aiming high.
You've got to admire the ambition. Do we know which countries have actually given Germany points in this OGAE vote so far?
Yeah, we do. They got 7 points each from Romania and Armenia, which is pretty good. Then 6 points from Lithuania, 2 points from neighbor Switzerland, and just 1 point each from Italy, the United Kingdom, and Andorra. So 25 points in total from those 7 countries after 24 had voted.
Right, so points from a decent spread, but not huge scores apart from maybe Romania and Armenia.
But there's a really interesting comparison people were making online. I saw it on sc-contact.de. Remember last year?
With Isaac, yeah.
In the OGAE fan club poll last year, Germany got precisely 0 points. Zilch. Dead last in the fan poll.
Oh, wow, I'd forgotten it was that bad in the poll.
But then, in the actual Eurovision final, Isaac finished 12th. A very respectable result, all things considered.
That's a fantastic point. So getting 25 points in the OGAE poll this year, even if it only puts them 15th currently, is actually a massive improvement on last year's fan poll result.
It really is. It shows that the OGAE poll absolutely does not dictate the final outcome. It offers perspective, but it's far from definitive.
So pulling it all together, Tynna's recovery is obviously huge, a massive boost for Germany's hopes. That's the definite positive.
No question. Without her voice, there's no performance. But these predictions from the betting odds and the fan clubs, they're still painting a pretty mixed picture, aren't they?
Yeah, you've got that high enthusiasm from some fan corners, then the much more reserved betting markets, and the OGAE poll currently placing them mid-table. It's all over the place, really.
Which makes it exciting in a way, but as we just discussed with last year's result.
Exactly. Eurovision is just famously unpredictable. Germany getting 12th place after bombing in the fan poll is proof positive that odds and pre-contest polls don't tell the whole story.
Not by a long shot. So much depends on the night itself. The staging, the energy, the connection with the audience, the running order, so many variables.
Absolutely. So while all these indicators give us something to talk about, the most crucial factor is still to come.
It all boils down to how Abor and Tynna deliver Baller live on that stage in Basel on May 17th. That performance is what truly matters.
Definitely. It leaves you wondering, doesn't it? What really is the magic ingredient for success at Eurovision? Something to keep pondering as we head towards Basel.